Dialogue in the mountains. You ask me why I lodge in these emerald hills. I laugh, don't answer. My heart is at peace. Peach blossoms and flowing waters go off to mysterious dark, and there is another world, not of mortal men.
Oh. This is the Libra. 花间一无酒，独斟无相亲。只杯邀明月，对影成三人。夜既不解饮，影头垂我身。暂伴月张影，行若屈直春。我歌夜徘徊，我舞影零乱。醒时同交欢，醉后各分散。永结无情游，相期冒银汉。
Okay, this is one of the most famous, right? Okay. We'll end this first part with one of Li Po's most famous. Here among flowers, a single jug of wine. No friends here, no close friends here, I pour alone, and lift cup to bright moon, ask it to join me. Then face my shadow when we become free. The moon never has known how to drink. All my shadow does is follow my body. But with moon and shadow as companions a while, this joy I find will surely last till spring. I sing, the moon just lingers on. I dance, and my shadow scatters wildly. When still sober we share friendship and pleasure, then entirely drunk each goes his own way. Let us join in travels beyond human feelings, and plan to meet far in the river of stars. Okay, thank you. Let's take a break. We had something to drink, and then we'll come back for Tu Fu and Chairman Mao. I'll open this up. Ooh, they're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Don't die yet.
After.
Afterward, Okay, yeah, we'll read that. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll start the second half with Tu Fu. And one thing that I should mention is in the middle of the Tang period, in the middle of both Tu Fu's and Li Po's life, there was a rebellion in the north. And the country was actually split in half. And so there was constant warfare. And in this book, Great Age of Chinese Poetry, Hai Tang, he says that Li Po wrote most of his good poems, his best poems, before the rebellion, when things were calmer, and he could relax and he could drink and wouldn't have to worry too much about things. He says that Tu Fu wrote his best poems afterward, and I think you'll understand why, because of his social concerns. He had a lot to write about in the middle of the rebellion, and he was very much involved. And Tu Fu was wandering around with his family, and his poems are some of them very autobiographical, which is probably something new in Chinese poetry at this time. This is again was the middle between 700 and 800 A.D., sort of right in the center. And as I say, there was a rebellion. The country was split in half, and a lot of warfare between the two parts. Should I turn this on? Is that good?
克制，者南者北，叠春水， 但见秦欧日日来，花径不成言客少。逢门今始为经开，盘餐事眼无闲味。樽酒家贫子旧除，肯与邻翁相对饮。客离夫取，尽于杯。
A guest comes. North of my cottage, south of my cottage, spring waters everywhere, and all that I see are the flocks of gulls coming here day after day. My path through the flowers has never yet been swept for a visitor, but today this wicker gate of mine stands open just for you. The market is far, so for dinner there'll be no wide range of taste. Our home is poor, and for wine we have only an older vintage. Are you willing to sit here and drink with the old man who lives next door? I'll call him over the hedge, and we'll finish the last of the cups.
霸叶秋高风如号，卷我雾上三重毛。毛飞江江丽江郊，高者挂绢长凌霄，下者飘转沉塘凹。南村情童欺我老无力，冷人对面为盗贼。公然抱毛露足气，至交口罩呼不得。归来其丈自叹息，而晴风定云漠视。秋天漠漠像分黑，布衣多年是人铁。小儿布画踏里裂，床头误漏无干处。以脚如麻莫断节，至尽散乱少睡眠。长夜张氏何处是？安得款下千万间？大批天下寒士极欢乐，极欢颜。风雨不动安如山。呜呼！何时眼前兔鸡见此物？吾如肚破受冻食已住。
In the high autumn skies of September, the wind cried out in rage, tearing off in whirls from my rooftop 3 plies of thatch. The thatch flew across the river, was strewn on the floodplain. The high stalks tangled in tips of tall forest trees. The low ones swirled in gusts across the ground and sank into mud puddles. The children from the village to the south made a fool of me, impotent with age. Without compunction plundered what was mine before my very eyes. Brazenly took armfuls of thatch, ran off into the bamboo. And I screamed, lips dry and throat raw, but to no use. Then I made my way home, leaning on staff, sighing to myself. A moment later the wind calmed down. Clouds turned dark as ink. The autumn sky rolling and overcast, blacker toward sunset, and our cotton quilts were years old and cold as iron. My little boy slept poorly, kicked rips in them. Above the bed the roof leaked, no place was dry, and the raindrops ran down like strings without a break. I have lived through upheavals and ruin, and have seldom slept very well, but have no idea how I shall pass this night of soaking. Oh, to own a mighty mansion of 100,000 rooms, a great roof for the poorest of gentlemen of all this world, a place to make them smile, a building unshaken by wind or rain, as solid as a mountain. Oh, when shall I see before my eyes a towering roof such as this? Then I'd accept the ruin of my own little hut and death by freezing.
名士严三径，高其赤水门。破银岩之树，孤叶烂中欢。喝客追飞尽，才难得时间。不明忧帐发，无力正乾坤。
A visible darkness grows up mountain paths. I lodge by river gate high in a study. Frail cloud on cliff edge passing the night. The lonely moon topples in the waves, amid the waves. Steady, one after another, a line of cranes in flight. Howling over the kill, wild dogs and wolves. No sleep for me. I worry over battles. I have no strength to right the universe.
四毫里，木头四毫村，有力夜抓人，老翁偷抢走， 老夫出门看，立夫一何路？夫提一何苦？听夫前致辞，三男扮成木，一男负书直，二男心脏死。存者且偷生，死者常以息。世中更无人，未有女下孙。有孙母莫去，出入无王君。老居力虽衰，情从立业归。即应何阳欲？忧得被晨吹。夜久雨声节，如闻立幽烟。天明登前途，度以老翁别。
Oh, this is Moon said this is a very famous poem in Chinese, and I'll read it from another translation, which is a little choppier, but I like it better. It's called Recruiting Officer at Shihawa Village. Came at dusk into Shihawa Village. Draft officer there, rounding up people by night. Old man climbed over the wall, escaped. Old woman came out the door, staring. Officer roared, angry as a bull. Old woman said, enough to twist your bowels. I heard her. She went up and spoke to him. I had 3 sons on the border at Ye. The first one sent me a letter. My other 2 sons a while back killed in battle. Survivors lucky to be alive at all. The dead gone for good. There are no more men in this house. Only my grandson at the breast, his mother, stayed here to look after him in and out of the house, without a decent skirt on her legs. I'm an old woman, weak in the back. But please, sir, let me follow you when you return tonight, hurrying to meet the draft at Hoyang. I'll be in time to cook a morning meal for the soldiers. Late night, talk dwindled. I seemed to hear low sobbing. At dawn, resume my journey. The old man alone, when I said goodbye to him. That probably had, if you've ever seen the plays of Bertolt Brecht, by the way, A Good Woman of Szechuan, Caucasian Chalk Circle, I'm sure that poem had strong influence on Brecht. And he said a lot of his stories or plays in rebellions and warfare of this period. Okay. Mm-hmm.
秋来相顾上飘逢，为救丹砂悔克红。痛吟欢歌空度日，飞扬拔蟹为谁雄。
I'm not going to read another one. Here, I want to read this one for sure. Given to Li Po. Autumn comes, I look on you, still tumbleweed blown by winds. Immortality's pill, not yet compounded. Shame by comparison to Ko Hung. Get roaring drunk, sing wild songs, pass your days in vain. The wild gestures and all the frenzy to show your powers to whom? This one? Mm-hmm.
异色逼宅出，北走经验间。夜深蓬崖道，夜照白水山。正时九头图，逢人多后言。参差孤鸟吟，不见游子还。知你鸡邀我，地微虎狼闻。怀中引其口，反侧生意间。小儿强解释，孤硕苦里餐。一寻半雷矣，泥泞相牵攀。自无谢已备，今娃衣又寒。有时经戳阔，近日数里间。野果充饥粮，悲鸡成屋檐。早行石上水，暮疏天边烟。少留同家洼，溢出孺子关。孤人有勋劳，高义仆称言。严客已先黑，张灯起重门。款汤宴我足，剪纸招我魂。从此出西校，相似踢栏杆。纵其烂漫碎，万起沾盘餐。四张以夫子，永结为帝坤。竹空所坐堂，安居奉我欢。谁肯艰难计，欲达入心肝。别来岁月中，无想乃钩饭。 何当有次矣，非去堕尔前。
Let's read these two also. Okay, this is a narrative of a journey during the rebellion that he took. He said, I remember when first we fled the rebellion. Hurrying north, we passed through hardship and danger. The night was deep on Pengya Road, and the moon was shining on Whitewater Mountain. The whole family had been traveling long on foot. Most whom we meet seem to have no shame. Here and there, birds of the valley sing. We saw no travelers going the other way. My baby girl gnawed at me in her hunger, and I feared wild beasts would hear her cries. I held her to my chest, covered her mouth, but she twisted and turned, crying louder in rage. My little son did his best to take care of things. With purpose went off and got sour plums to eat. It had thundered and rained half the past week. We clung together, pulling through mud and mire, and having no provision against the rain. The paths were slippery, our clothes were cold. At times we went through great agony, making only a few miles in an entire day. Fruits of the wilds served as our provisions. Low-hanging branches became our roof. Then early in mornings we went off through the runoff to spend the evening at homestead smoke on horizon. We stayed a while at Twingchia Swamp, and were about to go to Lutsu Pass, when an old friend of mine, Sun Tsai by name, his great goodness reached the tears of cloud, welcomed us as night's blackness was falling, hung out lanterns, opened his many gates, with warm water had us wash our feet, cut paper flags to summon our souls, then afterward brought in his wife and children, whose eyes, seeing us, streamed with tears. As if unconscious, my brood was sleeping. He woke them kindly and gave them plates of food. And I make this vow to you, that forever I will be your brother, your kin. Then he emptied the hall where we sat. I rested peacefully. He offered what gave me joy. Who else would be willing in times of such trouble to show his good heart so openly? Since we have parted, a year has run its course, and still the barbarian weaves his calamities. When shall I ever have the wings to fly off and alight before your eyes?
岁暮阴阳吹短景，天涯霜雪起鼓寒。五根鼓角声悲壮，三峡生河引动摇。野哭几家闻战歌，渔歌俗起渔郊。卧龙跃马终王土，人世因书慢叙书。即为松逢。
This is called Night in the Tower. In the evening of the year, yin and yang hurry the shortening daylight. On sky's edge, the frost and snow clear in the cold of night. Drums and horns of night's fifth watch, notes both strong and sad. In the three gorges, the river of stars, reflections stirring, shaking. Weeping in wilderness, how many families hear of attack and battle? Barbarian songs in several places rise from fishermen, woodcutters. Sleeping dragon, Chu Ko Liang, leaping horse, Kung Sun Shu, heroes turn to brown soil. All word of events in the human world are lost in these vast, silent spaces.
此为松凤长，窗属创古屋，不知何玩殿。移沟结壁下，因防鬼火侵。外道衰端谢，万里真生衣。秋色争效力，美人为王土。况乃粉带甲，当时带金银。古物独食马，忧来这炒作。酷歌泪盈榜，徐徐征途间，谁是长年者
？Well, this is an elegy on the ruins of a palace. The creek gully turns, long winds through pines, gray rats scuttling over ancient tiles. I wonder what prince's hall it lies, a construct abandoned beneath sheer cliff wall. In its shadowed chambers, ghost fires green. Over shattered avenues, a dirge of torrent stream. The million cracks and vents that pipe nature's music, these the true orchestra. Just now as autumn's visage shows serene indifference. Its lovely ladies are the brown soil, still more infused with their craft of powder and paints. Of those that once waited on the coach of gold, now only the tomb horses of stone. Depression comes, smooth back the grasses, sit, sing wildly, let the tears cover your open hands. Then go ever onward, and on the road of your travels, meet none who prolong their fated years. Well, that's all we'll read from Tu Fu, and we'll read some from Chairman Mao. But I just wanted to show you I have a bunch of books here if people want to look at them. A lot of these things are available in English. I really like this one. This is called The White Pony. And I think it's a Mentor paperback. You can find it in a lot of places. I've had this book around for 20 years myself. Another one called The Jade Mountain. Witter Brenner, who's a very nice translator. These after Tu Fu, his late poems, and after he died, the poetry of the late Tang is very weird. It's very strange. And in a Penguin you can find poems of the late Tang. And it's just very strange, a lot of descriptive type poetry, but it's like the whole landscape is becoming ghostly and strange. This wasn't originally poetry, but Thomas Merton, the monk poet who died not too long ago, did some of the philosophical works of Chang Tzu in this New Directions paperback. And I'm going to use this on Saturday. We're doing a job search workshop here. And as far as finding the right work in your life, this is a very good book. Well, there are lots of other things, but those are some of the ones available. And, here's one more. This is a favorite of mine. And this is a Weatherhill book. It's called Yang Wan Li, Heaven My Blanket, Earth My Pillow. And he was I guess you call him a Zen type person. I'll read, there's one here in English that I can't, let's see if I can find it. Well, it's just one of my favorite poems, and we only have it in the English, but I think I have it here somewhere. Let's see if I got it. Okay. This is called The Boatman's Flute. Today there is no wind on the Yangtze. The water is calm and green, with no waves or ripples. All around the boat, light floats in the air, over 1,000 acres of smooth, lustrous jade. One of the boatmen wants to break the silence. High on wine, he picks up his flute and plays into the mist. The clear music rises to the sky. An ape in the mountains screaming at the moon. A creek rushing through a gully. Someone accompanies him on the sheepskin drum, his head held steady as a peak, his fingers beating like raindrops. A fish breaks the crystal surface of the water and leaps 10 feet into the air. It's a very nice book. Heaven My Blanket, Earth My Pillow. Well, as a close, we'll read some of the poems of Chairman Mao. And Moon says that during the Cultural Revolution, everybody learned these by heart. So,
红军不怕远征难，万水千山只等闲。武林唯以腾西浪，乌蒙磅礴走泥湾。金沙水拍银牙暖，大渡桥河铁索寒。更起绵山千里险，山经过后尽开颜。
This is Lao Shen Path. Is this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The west wind lashes fiercely. In the sky the geese honk in the frosty morning moonlight. The frosty morning moonlight, hooves clank a broken rhyme. Bugles wail a mournful tune. Do not say the defense of the past is ironclad. This very day we'll stride over it from the first step. From the first step, the blue mountains are like the sea. The dying sun is like blood. Uh-huh.
六盘山，天高云淡，万段南飞雁。不到长城非好汉，屈指行程2万。六盘山上高峰，红旗漫卷西风。今日长缨在手，何时绑住苍龙
Liupan Mountain. High in the light cloud sky, the geese fly south out of sight. He who fails to reach the great wall will not be a hero. Counting on fingers, we have marched 20,000 miles. On the high peaks of Liupan Mountain, red banners billow in the west wind. Today we are holding the long cord in hand. When shall we capture the green dragon?
What's the green dragon?
Green dragon, yeah.
Oh, I suppose that was Chiang Kai-shek.
Yeah, no explain. Yeah, if you know the history, maybe you know who said. Next one. 凤已送春归，飞雪迎春到。已是悬崖百丈冰，悠有花之笑。笑也不争春，只把春来报。待到山花烂漫时，他在丛中笑。
Ode to the Plum Blossom. Wind and rain escorted spring's departure. Flying snow welcomed spring's return. On the ice-clad rock rising high and sheer, a flower blooms sweet and fair. Sweet and fair, she craves not spring for herself alone. To be the harbinger of spring she is content. When the mountain flowers are in full bloom, she will smile mingling in their midst. Mm.
暮色苍茫看劲松，乱云飞渡迎琼涌。天生一个仙人洞，无限风光在险峰。
It's called the Fairy Cave. It's an inscription on a picture taken by Comrade Li Chin. Amid the growing shades of dusk stand sturdy pines. Riotous clouds drift past, swift and tranquil. Nature has excelled herself in the fairy cave. On perilous peaks dwells beauty in her infinite variety. Okay.
娄山关，西风烈，长空雁叫，香城月，香城月，马蹄声脆，喇叭声烟。雄关漫道真如铁，而今迈步从头越，从头越，苍山如海，残阳如血。
This one? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Kwai Chang. Day breaks in the east. Don't say we march too early, for we'll cover all green hills before we grow old. The view from here is singularly beautiful. The crest outside the town of Kwai Chang snakes east to the seaboard. The warriors aim south toward Kwang Tung, what a luxuriant evergreen land. Want to do one more?
Let me see. Yeah, that's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
满江红，小小玩球，有几个苍蝇碰壁，嗡嗡叫，几星犀利，几星抽息。蚂蚁颜魁夸大国，匹夫汉树谈何易？ 正西风落叶下长安，飞鸣笛。多少事从来急，天地转，光阴碧。1万年太久，只争朝夕。四海翻腾云水怒，五洲震荡风雷急。要扫除一切害人虫，全无敌。
This one? Yep. This right here?
Yeah.
Let's be back here. This one, reply
yeah,
to Kuamuji. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it? Mm-hmm. Ah, that's it. This is reply to Comrade Kuamojo to the melody of Man Chiang Hung, evidently to a song. On this tiny globe, a few flies dash themselves against the wall, humming without cease, sometimes shrilling, sometimes moaning. Ants on the locust tree assume a great nation swagger, and mayflies lightly plot to topple the giant tree. The west wind scatters leaves over Chang'an, and the arrows are flying, twanging. So many deeds cry out to be done, and always urgently. The world rolls on, time presses. 10,000 years are too long. Seize the hour, seize the day. Okay, well, thank you very much. And I want to say that next week on Friday night, we'll read in as many languages as we can. So far, at least 3 or 4 I know. One friend's going to read in Dutch and in Flemish, and then another friend's going to read in Latin. I'd like to read some things in German myself, though my German's not that good, but there's some I really like. And if you know anybody or you would like to come and read poems in other languages, bring the poems in the language and then in English, and we'll just figure it out while we're here. So that's June 3rd, next Friday, from 7 till 9. So thank you very much again. Hey. That's great. That was wonderful. Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you. Oh, sure. Please go ahead.
This is the one that you said helps looking for what you want to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of it. The development of skill, occupations. This has wonderful things in it. Yeah. The advice that people. Yeah. These are all here. Let me lay them out so you can take a look here. That was wonderful. Thank you. See, you're not shy. You just pretend to be shy. That's very nice.
This is my roommate.
Oh, let me go.
You did
Yeah.
Hold him back.
No, I was thinking no.
Yeah, well, after we drove down to Sydney. Oh, thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Bye-bye.
I went in now. And I want.
Yeah. Oh, bye, Tim. See you again. Thank you very much. Good night. We'll see you later. Thank you. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh, the John Church thing? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Right? Oh, it's in the temple. Yeah. It'll be cooler. They have air conditioning, so it's all right. Oh, good. Yeah, it's like nothing out here. Yeah, I'm sorry it's over.
Start.
It's really been all these different places.
You know, that opening book, in fact, is Spanish, but it's written for a child. But see, they wrote a high level of child. I understand. You're going to be at that level, though. That's a very, very attainable level.
All right.
Maybe you wanted to party?
Yeah. And I got a car. Are you
Are you going now or?
Yeah, I'm going soon. You want to hang out? Or
Yeah, how far is it?
Down past 5 miles. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, it's out by 5 miles.
Yeah. Are you coming?
I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah.
If you want to take your car too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go back. Very nice.
Alright, oops,
Tell me,
sorry.
they said bring a blanket.
Really?
Yeah, so
Really?
can you
Cool?
want me to bring one of your blankets?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, good.
And then probably for the grass. So,
What time is the music? The moon's doing it right now.
yeah, that's nice.
Well, so you're going to go home and then...
I guess I'll go.
I'll come
2
by.
years ago, you were
Do you want to go with him? Well, yeah, I want to go park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get there.
One from our house.
Okay, it'll take me a few minutes, so that'll be...
Yeah, I'm talking about 2 movies.
Yeah.
4 movies, right?
Yeah.
Good,
Okay.
I'll come by, probably be 15, 20 minutes at least.
They were,
Okay, thank you much, thanks for coming.
Thank you, babe. Bye, Joe.
Uh-huh.
Bye, bye. Bye, Michael.
See you later. Oh, I'm so mad the tape recorder screwed up on the first part, so I didn't get the first half of the program.
It's a drag.
Yeah, because I really like having a record of it after. Well, I got the, but I didn't get the lead post. Boy, the lead post sounded real beautiful. Did you hear it on tape like that? It was real melodic.
Yeah, that when she was reading that one poem, it was just you
Yeah.
hear the rhythm so it was just like music, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Their poems are all so short.
Short?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those, the two were the longest ones. Well, there are actually some narrative type poems, and you'll find longer ones where they get into describing battles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what they'll write, what they'll do is they'll write sequences. So even though some of them are short, like in Lipo and Chico, they'll write maybe 20 poems on a theme, or one right after the other. So that's how they get a lot of. It's like variations, like over variations, variations on a theme.
Mad impressed.
Well, that was next fall for Yiddish and Nepalese. Those are the two shooting for so far. Got your in here? Yiddish, yeah. I like playing Yiddish. Good night, see ya. Yeah, sure. Take care. Hopefully there'll be, yeah, there's one guy here who's a Peace Corps in Nepal who came last week. He said he thinks there's somebody from Nepal in town. He has a book of Nepalese poems, so that'd be really
Oh, that's cool.
And so if you can think of anything for the fall, anything you'd like to hear, anybody you know who's from other countries, because that's the real key. But so far, I just read up this list. Minneapolis, all these places. I haven't checked it out. This is that I feel like it's much better to have the people. Well, we can always do it without play records and stuff, but the real purpose is to have people.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, they are just talk.
What are you up to for the summer? What are you?
I'm
Yeah, when you come back from fall,
You gonna hang?
I'm probably gonna stay here. I got a friend rooming soon.
For money, right?
Yeah.
Nice
To share
thing that's
to
from
share
our-
wine and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be in town. I'm gonna ride and sell my cookies around town and tea and stuff like that.
Can you sell it on the street?
Well, like, give 3 different, you can start out
Iced
with
tea?
all available, if they move up to certain ways, and then Chaucer and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you have a little cart?
Well, it's not a cart. It's a.
Are you in the
I
old
got this
medieval
three-wheeled
French?
bicycle.
That's what we
It's
call
very
it.
old.
The chanson de
I built a box.
chanson de
They call it the Sidewalk Cafe.
Oh, that's great. That's a great idea. Did you take it apart to like Bidwell and stuff?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna take it in the park tomorrow. I hope.
Oh,
to.
oh.
But you know, when the concessions
It's
open,
Like,
you know,
I remember reading
You
Pirates
get
of
to tell.
Just gotta write
I can understand. It's
to
like,
Yeah.
it's very
That's
there's
pretty
a
cool.
girl there now with a car,
Oh,
and she
really?
says,
Very
"Don't
close.
stay because this is public property, and I'm gonna take you to court if I make it." So I hope that happens out.
But like I said,
I'll
it'd be
be
great to
hungry
get
because
some of the odds
Yeah.
That'd be
or
great.
things, passages.
Yeah, because the park is a logical place. One thing they sell on the street in New York, by the way, is fresh squeezed orange juice. I know that's too much work, but it really gets a good price and people love it.
Fascinating.
They know. And I don't know if you have any access to like wholesale oranges. I don't know, the season's a little fast.
I would need a machine too.
Yeah, though. Yeah, I guess to do it fast enough, you have to have some kind of juicer.
Although the rules do restrict what you do, so the rules are absurd. But
Yeah, I know.
law anyway, because there's no way to survive by their rules.
Yeah.
The rules are made by strong organizations that have lots of lobbying power.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they're made for the businesses who they don't want competition on the street and stuff. Yeah, I know a guy in Quincy who got closed down. Same kind of thing. They because he was selling ice cream on the street. It was great, you know. But they closed it down.
No, it's too bad.
Yep, but keep at it. I talked to one of the hot dog guys here, and he said that. He said, yeah, they can't really stop you know, from doing it. So, because I think that's such a great thing to have all these. It really turns into a city when you have stuff set on the street. I've seen all kinds of things. You know, one other thing, I've seen crepes on the street in Paris. They do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And let's see what else.
Crepes. Well,
Yeah.
I rode around France and I didn't get to Paris, so.
Ah.
And I never saw that. It was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was a real nice thing. Oof, this is a little bad. What else have I seen that really like that?
I've been lucky. Now, the first time I went about 3 years ago, a friend and I always wanted to go to Europe, so we decided.
Well, I saw, you don't want to do that in the hot weather anyway, but a guy in Seattle, which I thought about, and I really looked into it, sold espresso on the street.
Oh, right.
And he had his little machine cart and stuff. I don't know how he powered everything. Yeah, but he could just blend up. And I thought about that because I like going to fairs and stuff. And I thought of traveling around from fair to fair and selling espresso. And another thing is just learning to do readings, so that you know, tarot readings. And I thought of selling cards and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I never got it. Yeah, but just have a whole little thing: sell espresso, do readings, and sell the cards and tarot. So that's something I may do. So that's a fantasy. And if I didn't have to work at my lookout job and make a living, you know, I'd do that in the summer. Because then you can travel all over and do stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool.
That'd be neat. Yeah, I think your aunt's great. Yeah. Did your parents answer that letter yet?
And that was the cheapest thing.
They call her?
The only expensive part.
I didn't send it really.
Oh, you didn't?
That's all I want to do.
Oh, it was one of those working things out later. Then you didn't
What
do
is this
it.
other year?
Yeah.
It can be around here.
Somebody mentioned tabuki.
What's that?
Have you heard of
But
tabuki?
actually,
I think
you know,
it's
everybody
called.
has all these
It's a Greek kind of salad.
Oh, yeah.
That's real refreshing and good in the summertime.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, for those hot Greek summers. Yeah, if you get feta cheese and.
You're gonna have to get a recipe to see how they make it.
That's Marilyn. She lived in Greece for a while. I'm sure she knows. In fact, she has a special dish called Freedom or Death. It's real good. It's a salad with
Well, retro, you know, when I look back on
with,
it, I wonder, you know, why it was so I really enjoyed the memory.
salad with some kind of the Freedom or Death part is some kind. I think it's a sour cream dressing or something. But anyway, she would know how to make. Tabbouleh is maybe the rice one, not rice or millet or something too. There are a number of Greek things, but see, because of the weather in Greece, and so they're real into. Here, why don't we give her a hand here.
Yeah, it's a long plane ride to get to
I don't really remember. I wasn't into
Koblitz, yeah, I was there. That's when we started. I had a
Robin
friend there.
Trauer,
Yeah, okay.
Twin Cities there on the river there.
Yeah, okay, I've been on that area.
Did you? It's a fantastic castle. I have no idea where it was.
I know, there's so many houses.
Oh boy.
Carrying any of this stuff down?
Yeah, actually I could when I get. I'm almost to that
That was
point.
one of the interesting
They almost got everything set up.
I don't know what town I was in, but we were
Oh, that upsets me. That first part didn't get
and all
recorded
buildings
because
were full of mortar holes.
I really like having this
Holes
stuff.
and stuff, you know, from Lure.
What time did you start today about?
The actual reading?